Hi friends, this lesson is for Module 4, Lesson 6. This morning I was cleaning out my purse and guess what I found? Yeah, money! I was so excited. I was like, Miles, look at all the money I found. And he said, Mommy, how much is that? I'm like, that would be helpful to find out, right? Well, this money's going to come in handy today because our learning goal says, I can use dimes and pennies to show place value. Now, we've been working with place value a lot, but I don't know that I've actually said those two words to you. Can you go ahead and say place value? Good job. All right, place value means how much something's worth. We've been talking about place value when a digit is worth a 10 or when it's worth a 1. We're going to do that same thing today. We're talking about tens and ones, but instead of tens and ones, we're going to use dimes and pennies. Why would we do that? Well, I'm going to show you. See, the top row right there, that's a penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent. Now the penny looks a little bit different whether or not you're looking at the front or the back. The front has Abraham Lincoln, and the back has a nice little building, the Lincoln Monument actually. Down at the bottom you'll see a dime. Now a dime is worth 10 cents. You see that there's the front of the dime and then also the back, just like the penny. Sometimes in the pictures of coins we see the front or the back. We just kind of got to get used to them. The great thing about it is the back of the penny says 1 cent, so we know right away how much it's worth, and the back of the dime says 1 dime. You can see right at the bottom of each of the coins. So in case you're not sure, you can just look for the words to tell you. All right, anyway, why are we talking about dimes and pennies again? Oh yeah, right. It's going to help us when we're talking about place value. Well, since pennies are worth 1 cent and dimes are worth 10 cents, in this case today, our pennies are going to be like our ones, and our dimes are going to be like our tens. And the reason for that is because here's a 10 tower. Inside a 10 tower are 10 ones. So up there I said 1 10 tower is equal to 10 ones. Well, guess what? 1 dime is equal to 10 pennies. Because if you have 10 pennies all together, that makes the same amount or the same value as a dime. Now, you don't get 10 pennies and squish them all together like you do a 10 tower, but it's the value or how much it's worth that is worth 10. So, how much money did I have fall out of my bag today? Well, let's see. I made this place value mat, which looks exactly like our other one, except for in the 10 spot, I wrote the word dimes, and in the 1 spot, I wrote the word pennies. Again, that's because dimes are worth 10 cents and pennies are worth 1. Okay, so how many dimes do you see there? Can you go ahead and count for me, friend? Yeah, good job. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four groups of dimes. How many pennies do I have? Go ahead and count. You got it right. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 pennies. Now watch this. Down at the bottom it says blank tens plus blank ones equals the whole amount. Well, the reason why I set up my place value mat just like this with dimes and pennies is, well, because dimes and pennies are worth the same amount as tens and ones. So, how many tens do I have in that picture? Yeah, that's right, 4. And I have 3 ones. I know because I could say 10, 20, 30, 40, and 40 is 4 groups of tens. And then 1, 2, 3, well, that's just 3 ones. So, how much money do I have all together right there? What's the whole amount? If I have 4 tens plus 3 ones, what would that equal? You're right, 43. So, I have 43 cents. Man, I am money bags. All right, let's keep cruising. This is fun. All right, here's another place value mat. This time I wrote dimes and pennies at the top. Now, what am I going to fill into my place value mat? Let's start there. How many dimes do I have, friend? You're right. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 dimes. That's going to go in that spot. How many pennies do I have? Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. I have 5 pennies. Okay, I'm not going to switch out my place value mat. You're just going to have to remember which ones are worth 10 and which ones are worth 1. How many tens do I have? Did you say 3? Oh, you're so good. How many ones do I have? Ding, 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 ding. You're right. I have 5. The thing is, as long as you remember that dimes are worth 10 cents and pennies are worth 1, you'll remember that dimes are like 10s and pennies are like 1s. And it will be easier and more helpful when you're counting your money. So if I have 3 10s plus 5 1s, what does that equal? Yep, 35. Because that's just like saying 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I can count up the same way I would if I had a 10 tower in ones. Or I could just say 30 plus 5 equals 35, thinking about that hidden 10 in there. Good job. You're doing so well with this learning goal where we're using dimes and pennies to talk about place value. Let's try something else. Here I have an amount of coins. How much money is that worth, friend? Oh, 21. Good job. Yeah, 10, 21. Good. So I have 21 cents right there. Now, what if I wanted 10 more? This sentence says 10 more is, so what's 10 more than 21? Well, I wish that I could just get another dime and put it in there. That would be helpful. But you know what? I don't really have any more coins, so nice try. I'm going to go ahead. You know how we do quick drawings to show our pictures and our good thinking? When it says 10 more and I have a picture of coins, I can just go ahead and write a circle with a 10 in it because I know dimes are worth 10. So 10 more than 21 is, what's the total there, friend? Yep, 10, 20, 30, 31. 31. All right, let's try that again. This time I have 2 dimes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pennies. How much money do I have right there, friend? Yeah, you got that right. It's 25. Good job. Now what if I do one less? Ooh, again, I really can't take one of the coins away because they're already in the picture. What could I do to show that I'm getting rid of one of them? That I want one less? Yeah, you're right. I could put an X on it. That way I know not to count that one in my total. Okay, what's the total amount? You've got it right again, 24. I know, because I could say 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 4 more ones, that's 24, or I can say 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Good job. You know, our learning goal said that I can use dimes and pennies to show place value, and that's exactly what we've been practicing today. Remember, place value is how much something is worth. We've been talking about tens and ones, those two place values. There are a lot more, but we're going to focus on those. All right, right now it's your turn to do some work. First, I want you to go get an exit ticket from your teacher. It's going to look something like this. When you fill it out, go ahead and send it to her so she can check on it. Good luck, friend.